Imagine multiplying your wealth exponentially without lifting a finger. That's the power of compounding. Now, what exactly is this magical concept of compounding? Well, it's when the money you make from an investment starts to make its own money. It's like rolling a small snowball down a hill. As it rolls, it picks up more snow and gets bigger and bigger. Just like that snowball grows, your investment grows as the money it earns adds up over time. In the world of finance, that snowball is your initial investment, and the snow it gathers is the interest. Just like how the snowball grows larger with each roll, your investment grows with each compounding period. Here's a simple way to look at it. Let's say you invest $100 at an interest rate of 10% per annum. After a year, you'll have $110. That's your initial investment plus the interest. Now, the magic happens in the second year. If you leave your money in the investment, you'll earn interest not just on your initial $100, but also on the $10 you gained in interest. So at the end of the second year, you'll have $121. That may not seem like much of a difference at first, but remember the snowball. It starts small, but given enough time and momentum, it becomes massive. Similarly, given enough time, compounding can result in exponential growth of your investment. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme, and it's not about luck or timing the market perfectly. It's about understanding this fundamental concept of finance and using it to your advantage. It's about letting your money work for you instead of you working for your money. So, whether you're a seasoned investor or just getting started on your financial journey, understanding and harnessing the power of compounding can be the key to achieving your financial goals and multiplying your wealth. Compounding, quite simply, is money making more money. Now that we know what compounding is, let's dive deeper into how it works. Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill. As it rolls, it picks up more snow, growing larger and faster with each rotation. That's how compounding works. It allows your investments to grow, not just from the original amount you put in, but also from the earnings that accumulate over time. Now, it's important to understand that there are several factors that influence compounding. The first is the rate of return. This is the percentage that your investment grows by each period. The higher the rate of return, the faster your money will grow. A small difference in the rate can lead to a big difference in the end result. For instance, an investment with an annual rate of return of 8% will double roughly every 9 years, while one with a rate of 5% will take about 14 years to double. The next factor is the initial investment amount. This is the money you start with. It's like the seed from which your investment tree grows. The larger the initial investment, the larger the tree will eventually become. But even if you start with a small amount, thanks to compounding, your seed can still grow into a mighty oak. The third factor is the compounding frequency. This is how often the interest on your investment is calculated and added to your account. The more frequently interest is compounded, the faster your money will grow. For example, if interest is compounded annually, it is added to your account once a year. But if it's compounded monthly, it's added 12 times a year. So you earn interest not only on your initial investment, but also on the interest that's been added to your account. In the financial world, there's also a concept known as continuous compounding, where interest is added to your account an infinite number of times. While it might sound like science fiction, it's actually used in some financial calculations. Now, it's worth noting that while compounding can boost your returns, it can also amplify your losses if your investments go down in value. That's why it's important to choose your investments wisely and to diversify your portfolio. Diversification is like planting different types of trees in your investment forest. If one type of tree gets hit by a disease, the others can still thrive. And remember, compounding is a long-term game. The longer you keep your money invested, the more time it has to grow. It's like a slow cooker for your wealth. You put in the ingredients, set it to low, and let it cook for a long time. When you open the lid, you find a delicious meal that's been simmering and improving in flavor all day long. So, as you can see, compounding is a powerful force that can significantly boost your wealth over time. But it's not magic. It's a simple yet profound concept that's been used for centuries by some of the world's most successful investors. And now that you understand it, you can use it to your advantage. So, ready to start rolling your snowball? Now, let's introduce a handy little tool called the Rule of 72. This brilliant rule is a simple yet powerful tool used by investors to estimate the number of years required to double an investment at a given annual rate of return. It's a quick and easy way to understand the potential of your investments, and it comes in particularly handy when you're comparing different investment opportunities. So, how does the Rule of 72 work? Well, it's surprisingly straightforward. You simply divide the number 72 by your expected annual rate of return. The result, that's the approximate number of years it will take for your investment to double in value. Let's illustrate this with an example. Suppose you've invested in a mutual fund that promises an annual return of 6%. To find out when your investment will double, divide 72 by 6. The answer, 12, is the number of years it will take for your investment to double in value, given that the rate of return remains consistent. Now, let's try another example. Say you're considering investing in a bond that offers an annual return of 4%. Using the Rule of 72, you divide 72 by 4. The result, 18, tells you that it will take around 18 years for your investment to double. But what if you're not a fan of bonds or mutual funds, and instead you prefer the stock market? No problem. The Rule of 72 works there too. If the stocks you're interested in have an average annual return of 8%, just divide 72 by 8. The answer, 9, indicates that it will take approximately 9 years for your investment to double. The beauty of the Rule of 72 is its simplicity. It doesn't require complex calculations or a deep understanding of finance. All it requires is a basic knowledge of division. It's a tool that anyone can use, whether you're a seasoned investor or a newbie just starting out. However, like any tool, it's not infallible. The Rule of 72 is an estimation, not a guarantee. It assumes a constant rate of return, which, as any experienced investor can tell you, is not always the case in the real world. Market fluctuations, changing interest rates, and a host of other factors can impact your actual returns. But despite these variables, the Rule of 72 remains an incredibly valuable tool. It provides a quick and easy way to estimate the growth of your investments over time. It allows you to compare different investment opportunities, and it can help guide your investment decisions. So, the next time you're considering an investment, remember the Rule of 72. Use it to estimate how long it will take for your investment to double in value. It's a simple yet powerful tool that can help you make more informed investment decisions. With the Rule of 72, you can quickly gauge how your investments will grow over time. Time is money, especially when it comes to compounding. Let's take a moment to contemplate the profound truth of this statement. When investing, time is your most valuable asset. It's the unseen factor that works silently in the background, relentlessly multiplying your earnings, almost like a magical force. And the magic key to unlock this force, it's starting early. Imagine two friends, let's call them Alex and Bailey. Both decide to invest their money, but they start at different stages in their lives. Alex, being the proactive one, starts investing at the age of 25, while Bailey, a bit more laid back, begins at 35. They both invest the same amount of money annually and earn the same rate of return. But when they reach retirement age, say at 65, Alex's portfolio is significantly larger than Bailey's. Why? The answer lies in the power of time and compounding. You see, Compounding is like a snowball rolling down a hill. The longer the hill, the bigger the snowball gets. In our scenario, Alex's investment hill was 10 years longer than Bailey's. That's 10 extra years for his money to roll, grow, and compound, resulting in a significantly larger snowball, or in this case, a larger retirement fund. But the power of time doesn't just apply to when you start investing. It also plays a crucial role in the strategies you adopt at different life stages. When you're younger, with decades of earning potential ahead, you can afford to take more risks. You have the luxury of time to recover from any potential losses. This is the stage where you can invest in growth-oriented assets like stocks, which may be riskier but offer higher returns. As you age and move closer to retirement, your investment strategy should shift. This is the time to start protecting your wealth to ensure it lasts throughout your retirement years. You may want to start shifting your investments towards more conservative options like bonds, which offer lower but more stable returns. However, it's important to remember that every person's financial situation and risk tolerance is unique. What works for one person might not work for another. It's always wise to seek professional financial advice tailored to your personal circumstances. Now, you might be thinking, well, I'm not in my 20s or 30s anymore. Have I missed the boat? Absolutely not. It's never too late to start investing. While it's true that the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow, starting now is better than not starting at all. Remember, the second best time to plant a tree is today. So, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or beyond, the time to start investing is now. The power of compounding is waiting to work its magic on your money. Don't rob yourself of the opportunity to see your wealth grow exponentially over time. In the end, it all boils down to this: time is a precious resource. Once spent, it can never be regained. In the realm of investing, time is a powerful ally, a silent partner that works tirelessly to multiply your wealth. So, don't wait for the right time to invest. The right time is always now. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Now that you understand the power of compounding and the impact of time, let's talk about how to maximize your returns. First off, let's delve into the concept of reinvesting dividends and interest. Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill. As it moves, it gathers more snow, growing larger and larger. This is the essence of reinvesting dividends and interest. When you reinvest these earnings, you buy more shares that in turn generate their own dividends and interest. It's a cycle that, over time, can lead to a significantly larger investment than what you started with. However, to fully harness the power of reinvestment, you need to resist the temptation to spend your earnings. It's not always easy, especially when those dividends and interest payments start to look like a nice little bonus. But remember, every dollar reinvested is a dollar working to make you more money, and that's the magic of compounding. Next, let's explore the art of balancing risk and return. Investing isn't without its dangers. The markets can be volatile, and there's always a degree of uncertainty. But remember this: higher potential returns usually come with a higher level of risk. It's essential to understand your tolerance for risk and to invest accordingly. If you're risk-averse, you might lean towards bonds, which tend to be more stable but offer lower returns. If you're comfortable with more risk, you might opt for stocks, which can fluctuate more but also have the potential for higher returns. Balancing risk and return isn't about finding a one-size-fits-all solution. It's about understanding your financial goals, your timeline, and your comfort level with risk. It's about building a diversified portfolio that can weather the ups and downs of the market. Now, on to the importance of consistent investing. Have you ever heard of dollar cost averaging? It's a strategy where you invest a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, regardless of the price of the investment. When prices are high, you buy fewer shares, and when prices are low, you buy more. This approach can be a great way to maximize compounding because it removes the emotion from investing. You're not trying to time the market or make a quick buck. Instead, you're committing to a long-term strategy that takes advantage of the ups and downs of the market. Consistent investing also helps to mitigate risk. By spreading your investments over time, you reduce the impact of any single market fluctuation. And over the long term, this can lead to more stable, reliable returns. Maximizing compounding is all about reinvesting dividends and interest, balancing risk and return, and consistently investing over time. It's not about getting rich quick or finding the next big thing. It's about playing the long game, being patient, and letting your money work for you. And remember, every dollar reinvested is a dollar working to make you more money. Now, isn't that a thought worth investing in? Still skeptical? Let's look at some real-world examples of successful investors who've harnessed the power of compounding. First up is none other than the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett. Buffett is widely regarded as one of the most successful investors in history, and a large part of his success is due to his understanding and application of compounding. Buffett started investing at an incredibly young age, 11 to be precise, and he has let his investments grow and compound over the years. His long-term approach, combined with his knack for picking solid, profitable businesses, has allowed him to amass a fortune with a net worth estimated at over $80 billion. But it's not just about the money he's made. Buffett often speaks about the virtues of patience and the power of compounding in investing. He once said, "My money has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genies, and compound interest." Clearly, he recognizes the power of this financial phenomenon. Next, we have Peter Lynch, the legendary fund manager of the Fidelity Magellan Fund. Lynch, like Buffett, is a strong believer in the power of compounding. During his tenure at Fidelity, he consistently reinvested gains and dividends, allowing him to achieve an annual average return of nearly 30% over a 13-year period. That's the power of compounding in action. Lynch's strategy was simple: invest in good businesses and let compounding do the heavy lifting. He once said, "The key to making money in stocks is not to get scared out of them." This quote underscores his belief in the power of holding onto investments and allowing them to compound over time. Our third example is Sir John Templeton, the founder of the Templeton Growth Fund. Templeton was known for his global investment strategy and his emphasis on buying at the point of maximum pessimism, but he also knew the importance of compounding. He started his fund in 1954 and consistently achieved above-average returns by reinvesting dividends and capital gains. His fund grew from a mere $8 million to over $13 billion by the time of his retirement. Templeton once said, "The only way to avoid mistakes is not to invest, which is the biggest mistake of all." This sentiment reinforces his belief in the power of investing and compounding over time. Finally, we have the story of Ronald Read, a janitor and gas station attendant from Vermont. Despite never earning more than $12,000 a year, Read amassed an $8 million fortune by the time of his death. His secret, you guessed it, compounding. Read lived frugally, invested in blue-chip stocks, and let his investments compound over decades. He didn't have a high income, but he understood the power of compounding and the importance of time in the investing equation. These stories go to show that compounding isn't just a theoretical concept. It's a powerful financial tool that's been used by some of the most successful investors in history. It doesn't require a high income or a complex investment strategy. All it requires is patience, discipline, and time. As you can see, these successful investors understand and utilize the power of compounding. Ready to start growing your wealth? Here's how you can get started. First things first, you need to open an investment account. This is your gateway to the financial markets where the magic of compounding happens. Don't fret, it's a simple process. There are many online platforms offering this service. Choose one that has a good reputation, low fees, and offers a wide variety of investment options. Once you've chosen your platform, the process is usually straightforward. You'll need to provide some personal information, agree to the terms and conditions, and deposit an initial sum of money. Next up, you've got to choose your investments. This might seem daunting at first, but don't worry. There's a simple strategy you can follow. It's called diversification. This means spreading your investments across different types of assets like stocks, bonds, and real estate. Diversification can help reduce risk because different assets often perform differently under various market conditions. But remember, diversification is not a guarantee against loss. Now, when it comes to choosing individual investments, it's crucial to do your homework. Research the companies you're considering investing in. Understand their business model, their competitive landscape, and their growth prospects. Look at their financials. Are they profitable? Do they have a lot of debt? These are all important questions to ask. And don't forget about mutual funds and exchange-traded funds. These are investment ways that pool to gather money from multiple investors to invest in a diversified portfolio of assets. They can be a great way to gain exposure to a wide array of investments without having to pick and choose individual stocks or bonds. Once you've chosen your investments, it's time to set up automatic contributions. This is where the real power of compounding comes into play. By regularly investing a set amount of money, you're not just growing your wealth with the returns on your investments, but you're also growing it with the returns on your reinvested returns. It's like a snowball effect. The more you contribute and the earlier you start, the bigger your snowball gets. Setting up automatic contributions is generally straightforward. You simply decide how much you want to invest on a regular basis. Choose the investments you want this money to go into and set up a schedule. This could be monthly, bi-weekly, or whatever works best for you. The key is consistency. To maximize the power of compounding, it's recommended to reinvest any dividends or interest you earn. This means instead of taking these earnings as cash, you use them to buy more of the investment that generated them. Over time, this can significantly boost your returns. Remember, investing is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term game. It requires patience, discipline, and a steady hand. Don't be discouraged by short-term market fluctuations. Keep your eyes on the horizon and your goals in sight. And most importantly, never stop learning. The world of investing is constantly evolving. New opportunities arise, new risks emerge. Stay informed, stay curious, stay engaged. With these steps, you're well on your way to growing your wealth through compounding. Now that you're armed with this knowledge, the next step is action. Remember, the most potent ingredient in the recipe of compounding is time. Don't let another day slip by. Start investing, start compounding, and watch your wealth grow. Start harnessing the power of compounding today and watch your wealth grow. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell to stay updated with more financial wisdom. Until next time, happy investing.